A general tip to counter any rushes is to always have farm and good farming. To achieve good farming, this will require you to bring a viable early game tower that is cost efficient for early game defense. Another general tip is to also bring both a crowd control tower and a single target tower. This is so the crowd control can lower the HP of the bosses while the single targets finishes them off. I also did a quick explanation in another video on where to put said towers, although in rushes it does depend on how big it is. Final general tip for boss 1 rushes is depending on what towers you're using to defend, sending back like 1 or 2 boss 1s will massively help. You must send as soon as possible in order for this to work. This also includes at the very start of wave 9, even if they don't send. Better safe than sorry. This is so then they will either be forced to stop sending to defend or die earlier than you. Now the last half of this video will be examples of using only 1 main tower to defend an infinite boss 1 rush without sending back. This is highly unrecommended if you remember my tips, but it's to show that there are plenty of towers that's already good on its own to defend boss 1s, although again, it's unrecommended. A quick disclaimer for some towers is that I'll bring another tower to either defend against hiddens as the tower might not have hidden detection, or to use it as an early game tower to get the farms going. And if you don't see a tower in this video, it's most likely because it isn't viable for short maps or too expensive. Other than that, the majority, like 90% of the work defending boss 1s will be that designated tower. I will be specifically using short maps for examples, as if you can't defend infinite boss 1 rush on long maps. Yeah, I hope this video helps. Use the timestamps below to find specific towers, correct me if you find a better way to defend, and let's defend the easiest rush in the game. Spam level 1 tweeters. Upgrade to level 4 or max when you don't have enough room or tower slots left. Literally spam level 1 shotgunners. This was the whole inspiration for this video, to show how easy it is to defend boss 1 rush. Spam level 1 soldiers. Get level 3 or 4 for hiddens and max if you can. Spam level 1 mercenaries. Get 1 or 2 level 3 mercenaries only for hiddens. Spam level 2s and get level 3 or 4 if necessary, such as for hiddens. A cool tip for Enforcer when you're sending boss 1s is instead of spamming boss 1s, you instead send a couple of boss 1s and a few slows behind it to muck up Enforcer's targeting. Spam level 1 commandos and only one level 3 for hiddens if you can, unless you use another tower for hiddens, although this tower isn't recommended to defend boss 1 rush. Spam level 3 Marksman. Heck, at most 4 Marksmans. Free if you have Commander. Spam level 1 or 3 golden scouts, not level 2s. Hidden detection is expensive, so I do not recommend trying to get level 4 and use another tower instead. Spam level 3 plasma troopers. I was so surprised it actually worked. The problem is I don't have this tower, but I assume you just spam level 1 Huntsman judging by the cost efficiency. If you do have Huntsman though, let me know. The next section will be towers that only really work if the map is long. Spam level 4 scouts, upgrade to max for hiddens. This would only work on longer maps though, as the cost efficiency is horrible on scout. This one is map dependent for cliff space and map length. To successfully defend, pick one with good cliff spots, spam level 1 snipers and get level 3 or 4 for hiddens or if it's necessary. This tower also has terrible cost efficiency, so I highly don't recommend using it. This one's a bit difficult as you have to sacrifice your economy. Spam max fraggers at the back. I attempted this so many times on short maps but failed, so this only works well on long maps. This tower is only good when paired up with another single target DPS or the map is really long. Spam level 4 mortars as is the cheapest best level. A good tip for sending boss 1s to someone using mortar is space the boss 1s out so the splash doesn't hit the previous one. To do this, send a boss 1, once it's sent, wait around 5 seconds, then send another one. Repeat this until it's not worth it anymore. And another way to screw up someone's economy in the early game is send a speedy, wait around 2 seconds, and send another one, although it might not be that worth it. I haven't tested it yet, so read the comments if I'm wrong on this. Level 4 is the only reasonable level that you can afford at this moment, so it's either level 4 spam or level 1 spam for single target cost efficiency. Also, it's just because Mortar is just better, there's no reason to use this tower. If a tower didn't show up, it's most likely because I couldn't be bothered anymore if it only works on long maps. Boss 1 rush is the easiest rush in the game to defend. All you quite literally need is good farming and actual viable towers for PvP mode. Comment down below if you want a guide on how to defend boss 2 plus hidden boss rushes, as from what I've seen it's the rush that guarantees all randoms to die to. And enjoy tower battles without dying on wave 9.